This is going to be a weird format, but I'm in the car, I'm going to a shoot, and I just got a new lens. It's a Tamron 28-75, I think G2 version for my Nikon Z6III, sorry. And I'm unboxing it in the car because I'm on my way to a shoot right now and I need to open it up because I really want to use it today. I already have the Tamron 35-150 f2 2.8, but in situations like today where I might have a group of people in front of my lens, I need something a bit wider than 35. Today I'm shooting a beach bar event and I'm definitely gonna get some groups of people, so the 35 is a bit tight. I also have a Viltrox 20mm, but I don't always want to be switching lenses or having two camera bodies on me, so I want a more versatile zoom, and this is it. Okay, so the box is open. Let's pull the lens out. I didn't have time to open it because I just went to pick up the lens and then started driving to the shoot location, and I should be there in about 10 minutes if this congestion opens up a bit. Okay, so here is the lens. It looks really similar to my 35-150, just half the size. It's quite light and definitely looks decent. I'm looking forward to using it today. Hopefully it is as good as the reviews say, and hopefully I don't get any issues during the shoot. I'm gonna try and shoot some behind the scenes to show you how the lens performs, and then we're gonna look at what I managed to get today through the shoot. As I said, I'm gonna be using my Nikon Z6III and I'm shooting both photos and videos. It's an easy shoot, it's just an hour. I need to deliver one Instagram style video, maybe 20 to 30 seconds, and a bunch of photos, and that's it. This is gonna be really quick, really easy. Hopefully I remember and manage to get the behind the scenes stuff. Anyways, let's go to the shoot and we'll talk later. Just wanted to confirm that yes, the Tamron 28-75 G2 does fit in a standard size cup holder. Okay, just got to the location. Here's the lens on my camera. So I'm leaving the 35-150 in the car. Hopefully it doesn't get stolen. I have my drone, the wide lens, the 50, and basically that's it. I'm not taking the gimbal as well. It's just an hour. I need to be fast, so no time for that. Let's go. I didn't get nearly enough behind the scenes footage as I wanted, but I did get something. I started off with taking the drone up and just getting some MRL footage of the location and the event. To be fair, I did take the drone up twice, once at sunset and once after sunset, so this is a mix of both times. And here's a couple drone photos I took as well. Starting with the shoot, usually when I do photo and video, if I have a group or something, I'll first ask them for a photo and then explain that I need them to move and dance and kind of be happy or whatever I need them to do for the video. So this is what I did here. Also, I always try to get some shots of drinks being poured, drinks being given to the people at the bar, stuff like that. And when it comes to photos, as it gets later, I will pop on the flash on my camera and just do direct flash photos for everything. Makes everything much easier, really easy to edit, looks good. It's currently a popular style, so that's what I do. And to end it, here's a creepy baby I found between the rocks behind the bar. Here's the final video. I just replaced the song so I don't have a copyright strike, so don't come at me if the music doesn't match perfectly, because I just dropped a different song in and that's it. Okay, it's been a few days since I shot the event. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to shoot anymore because I'm quite impaired now, as you can see. I broke my shoulder and my wrist riding BMX this weekend at a BMX jam, and I probably won't be able to really work for about a month or something. So yeah, you can expect a bit more YouTube videos because I'm just gonna be sitting around doing nothing probably. So let's talk about the lens. This thing really impressed me during the shoot. The autofocus was really fast and really good. I know what people say about Nikon cameras, but it was actually good. Every shot I took was in focus. It always managed to find the eye. I don't know if it's just the Z6III or it's the good motors in the Tamron G2 lens, but in any case, the lens feels great. Build quality feels really good, as any Tamron lens does. The zoom throw is really short, which I like. It's well dampened and feels good. Autofocus, as I said, blazing fast, both in photo and in video, no issues with that at all. The glass is really sharp, has quite a bit of contrast, much better than my old Tamron 17-70 that I had for my Fujifilm. And yeah, I'm really happy with this lens. Something I didn't even look into before buying the lens is the short focus distance, and the short focus distance on this thing is crazy. You can basically touch your subject with the lens hood and it will still be able to focus. I don't really need to get that close, but it's nice knowing that you can get that close. The custom buttons on the lens, usually on my 35-150 I have it set up as a record button, because sometimes if I'm holding the camera with the top handle, I like to be able to start recording with my left hand, and having the buttons on the lens is perfect for that. So I like having it, and yeah, basically that's it. There's not too much to say about this lens, not too much to complain about. 28 is quite a bit worse than 24. The only thing I would like more from this lens is a bit more on the wide side. So if you can afford the Nikon 24-70, it's definitely a better option, because 24 is much wider than 28. From 70-75, you don't really notice much difference, and I would much rather like to have that on the wide side. But then again, with how cheap this lens is, well, not cheap, but definitely not pricey for the quality you get, you can't really complain. And 28 is still decently wide for group shots and stuff like that. I hope this video helped you. This is definitely not your standard review. I don't do too much testing with my gear. I just take it out and go to work. And if it works well, it works well. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I really don't care how good the lens is at taking photos of charts or stuff like that. So yeah, this was my review of the Tamron G2. And you can expect a bunch of more videos soon. Next video will probably be going through all of my gear, because I've revamped everything that I own, from my laptop to my cameras to basically any piece of gear I own. I replaced it except my tripods, but I'm gonna get to that at some point. And yeah, you can expect much more on this channel soon, and yeah, talk to you later. Thank you.